from the South Point Bowling Plaza here for the title matches of the 2022 JBT Las Vegas main event. This is a headline battle here in the scratch division as Caitlin Abagania will take on Jennifer Laredo. We're picking up the action in the second frame. Caitlin spared in the first and will have to make that to spare in the second. If she does, she'll have an early lead because Jennifer has done something she hasn't done in years, missed a split in a main event title match. She makes everything, but made a split in the first, missed one in the second. So early 11-pin lead if Miss Abagania can spare this up. Jennifer, the champion 2 years ago, and the single most exciting shot I've ever seen. If you're not part of the million of people who've watched that on YouTube, you should join them. It's exceptional. But she's got all she can handle in the one of the clear up-and-coming superstars of female bowling period in Caitlin. Already up to 5 titles in our regular week-to-week tour, and that's usually guys versus girls all the way up to age 22 in some cases. So she sharpens her skills every week against the best we can throw at her. No surprise at all to see her in the title match. I was picking her for her age because she started getting so good so young. I call her like 8 or 9 years old. She's still, how, for real Caitlin has got to be 15, I think. Avery, how old's Caitlin?
15.
That's what I thought.
16 on January 1st.
How old's Avery?
15.
All right, good. Good to know. Avery and Caitlin played in the first round of the finals for the 3rd consecutive year. Caitlin won this round, and then Caitlin got by a top seed, another female superstar, and Annalisa Bryan. It was a stacked field in girls scratch. You get here? While Laredo stopped last year's champion Vanessa Fusey in round 1, and another female superstar, Mabel Cummins, in round 2. So no easy ticket here for the $1,800 top prize as Laredo struck in the 3rd and can tie this thing up virtually with another hit here in the 4th and half 7. Similar pattern to last year, tweaked just a little bit. Scoring pace was slightly higher at the top. No giant scores. Must count some of the ones where he added in handicap down there. Hard and straight with a low service friction ball. No problem with those spares, as we talk about every year. The girls, for the most part, don't have that big giant power game that some of the guys do, for the most part. But the ones who are at the top here all have just beautiful physical games. All the lines are in great order. The shoulders are still. The follow-through is high. Of course, I say lack of power. Caitlin puts some stank on that ball, and that's with her thumb in it. And of course, a whole new crop of girls coming up who don't use their thumb, just like the guys, led by Vanessa, who won last year. That's Kelsey Atson right down there. She made the cut today, no thumber. Bowling evolves just like all other sports. The neat thing is it evolves, yet the old school way of working can be just as effective too. Not in that frame, however. She dives through the head pin there to open in the 4th, and as a result, we got a 1-pin match. $1,800 on top, $1,200 to the runner-up. About 100 girls started the week. Would have been about 120, but it was a interesting travel weekend if we want to document this for future generations. A few people never got here, a few people's bags got here, but not the people, and a few people vice versa from that. And that's twice in a row that ball checked early on her. They can practice and surface on a dead fresh pair before each of these matches. And these guys are all just using sandblasted balls. Even if they're not big balls, they're sandblasted, and that will blow up the heads really quickly. And even on dead fresh, you can see a ball that's just pinched a little start to check. mirror copy of Jennifer. Arden straight at her right side spare. No problem at all. Giant thanks to Angie and the whole team here at South Point for having us. It takes a village to run a tournament of this size. And makes it easy to do it at a facility like this. The premier bowling facility on the planet. Boy. Well, I joked a little about her ability to make splits on the main event finals on camera. This would top them all. This wouldn't be for the win like the Greek church she made was. But I have never, in 27 years, caught a 7-10 conversion on camera. And I don't hear, these are not the pin setters to make a big split. There's these GSXs that have the swinging curtains in back, and very few pins pop out here. Not to be that time. Jennifer needed spare strike to tie the title match 2 years ago. Left a Greek church in the 10th. Thought about making it one way. Had a mental reminder from her coach that she thought of halfway through the approach. Stopped. Went to the other side of the spare. Made it. Still had to get a strike on the fill ball after that. Did. And then won the roll-off against Sapphire for just the most amazing 5 minutes of bowling you'll ever see at any level. And right now, a low scoring pace title match here. As the really truly difficult nature of this pattern shows up. These guys are so good that they can break down a high challenge, low sport level pattern into something very, very scoreable, but it takes a while to do that sometimes. And even these girls will feel a little bit of pressure. I mean, these girls have bowled on even bigger stages than this, so this is not, you know, a unique experience for them. But this is not just the old walk in the park of this stage either. It's a major title to have on your resume. And Jennifer has that sort of happy-go-lucky exterior. Caitlin, when on the lanes, is fierce. No other way to put it. Lots of smiles off the lanes for both of them, but Jennifer, she loses, she'll go, you know, buy you a soda 10 seconds afterwards. Caitlin, you probably want to give her a day or two before you talk to her again. Most top athletes of any type get there on talent and get there on a fiercely competitive nature as well. A little bit tougher spare, gotta avoid the chop. No trouble at all. 10-pin game, halfway home. And the lead is Caitlin's. Scratch semifinals going on right now. Salama, Finley, Gastaniotis, and Larson, the final four over there. Handicap semifinalists. Further to the left. Randisi, Johnson, Dalton, and Torres, the final four over there. It's a light hit. She finally got the ball to not check, but then it pushed a little further than she would have liked when it didn't check. So not really shaping up to be the best look right now in the lanes for Caitlin. Even though that struck, she's got to think about what to do next and get as much information from these shots as we head all of a sudden into crunch time. Laredo trails by 10, spare working 7th frame title match. Neither bowler able to get zeroed in here. She'll drop another 2 pins a count. That could certainly come into play later. Big giant scoreboards here tell the story. Look out. No! No. What a rotten time for something she just doesn't do very often, Chop. That's yikes. Trouble for Laredo. Hey, I Am Bowling and Up Night International and the Brands of Brunswick are all title sponsors of the JBT this season. Thanks so much for all their additional help and support. bowlers wearing IM shirts get a share of the $5,000 IM bonus at the end of the year. We give out, about 8 or 9 Brunswick balls this week at main event. Again comes up high. That is many in a row. At least 4 in a row high hits. Now, this is kind of an ugly game. Only 1 strike through 8 frames. Is she just setting us up for more drama? Is this all one long 8th frame chicanery right here? If it is, I strongly suggest you stop with the snow job right now and get going, because Caitlin's got a chance to put a hammerlock down on this match with a strike working in the 8th. Widely traveled Abagania family, of course, big brother Josh, little brother John, and a very dedicated family, carting them all over the country. John to my left, saying, "Come on, Caitlin." Oh! Probably heard Dad saying 1 time off to my left. Pretty good ball, but you see the same sort of characteristics that she had on the left. When she gets it to not check, it's a little more push than she'd prefer. Tough to make a big move in the 8th frame of a title match. Maybe just keep going there and hope for some good carry. First things first, no mistakes on your spares. No mistake made. All right, Laredo's got room for 181. Strikes the rest of the way out. Caitlin pacing 184. That's strike spare the rest of the way. Caitlin just needs to stay clean and hold the count. I say just, when neither one of them is looking uber comfortable to win main event after a couple close calls. High again. All right, she will take that all day. Ball hits like that, your range of outcomes are anything for a trip 4 to a 4-7-9. Out of that, she will gladly take just a 9-pin, only drop a pin of count, and really force Laredo to throw nothing but strikes the rest of the way. So close to victory. But a junior gold champion up on the lanes, trying to stage another comeback. Cowboy. I think that smile means, why didn't I do that the last 8 frames? But, and it also means his best shot of the match for her. Keeps things alive. Doesn't strike here, it's over. If she does strike here, she forces might force a mark out of Caitlin, depending on count. But this one is an absolute mandatory to stay alive. The wheel doesn't come up to the head pin and carry the corner out. That shot is going to settle things, and that young lady down camera right, I guarantee you, breathed a big internal sigh of relief, as she just won main event. Well, Solomon's going to try to win for the 3rd time. Nobody's ever won any main event singles 3 times. Caitlin's got plenty of time to do so, should she wish. Adele Warner, the only 2-time girls scratch champ that I can think of off the top of my head. I mean, top of my head's not very smart these days, so I might be forgetting somebody, but 1 down for Caitlin. Bet that carries, yep. Go figure. All these girls know each other really, really well. They hit all the big tournaments together, Gold, SYC, all that stuff. So in their own way, they're kind of keeping it in the family. That's behind the foul line, and that'll do it. No surprise that it's Jennifer leading the applause and a big old smile on Caitlin's face when she came back from that one.
Oh.
180's enough. Hugs all around. 2 more exciting title matches coming up. Scratch and handicap in part 2. Make sure to watch it.